What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, we're going over my predictions for the upcoming PlayStation State of Play happening on May 30th at 6 p.m. Eastern. There's going to be 14 PS5 and PSVR2 titles, and I'm very excited because it is the beginning of the gaming Super Bowl. We got PlayStation coming, we got Xbox, we got Nintendo, Ubisoft, EA, and more, and I love it. This is my favorite type of season. But what are these 14 games? We'll talk about it. But of course, guys, if you like this type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam and that join channel member button below. So yes, 14 games from PlayStation, either VR or non-VR. It's not the only events occurring though. We are going to be getting the Marvelous Game Showcase at the same time, which is very unfortunate. This was announced before the PlayStation event, so they might move their time because personally, I will be watching the PlayStation event over the Marvelous event. And then after these events at 4 p.m. Pacific time, which would be 7 p.m. Eastern time, we are getting the Silent Hill transmission. So this is going to be a little thing about Silent Hill 2, which I wouldn't be surprised if we see Silent Hill 2 at the PlayStation State of Play. And they use this as like a marketing tool, just be like, hey, watch the Silent Hill transmission for more Silent Hill 2 gameplay, which I think will be pretty cool. That also means, in my opinion, I think we're going to see out of those 14 games, one of them will be Silent Hill. Now, what are the other 13 games I think we're going to be seeing? Well, there is a leak. There is going to be a new Astrobot game coming to the PS5, and I am very excited. It's just going to be called Astrobot. We don't know if it's going to be VR like the other ones are, but, well, I got to say, the Astrobot VR game is absolutely phenomenal. However, the Astrobot game that came on the PS5 for free, the built-in game, is incredibly awesome. It's actually like one of my favorite experiences on the PS5 in general, because I love platformers. I love all the references to the other Sony properties, and honestly, making a full game out of that, I would spend $70. I don't even care. I would be so excited for it. And IGN has a little bit more details on it. Apparently, Team Asobi is making it the developers of Astrobot and has tinkered away on its most ambitious game for years. So this is apparently going to be a much bigger title. Now, part of the unannounced title is set to take place in a desert area with a new character described as a fennec fox in the form of a robot. So that says to me, confirms a two-player mode. So two-player local co-op, maybe online co-op, with Astro Boy and this fox, which is going to be pretty cool. Apparently, some of this game takes place on a beach area too. So I don't know if that really means anything. I assume because it's going to be a 3D platformer, there's going to be a bunch of little, like, different zones and environments we'll be going through. So another game that has yet to be announced, that should be announced, is going to be the Lego Horizon game. Like Horizon Zero Dawn, Horizon Forbidden West, but as a Lego game. I am very excited for this because I think the Lego games are really cute. They got a lot of charm. They're really fun multiplayer games as well. Can be played all ages. And I love Horizon. Horizon is like one of my favorite franchises from Sony in a few years now. So I think a Lego Horizon game would be pretty sick. And Tom Henderson confirms that the trailer is ready to go, meaning they can easily drop this in, right? So we could totally see something like that coming for PlayStation. And there is some other Horizon titles that were leaked a while back. We know there's a Horizon MMO coming, so that could be shown off as well too. There could be like a Horizon like Monster Hunter style game where it's more like a 4-player co-op experience where you don't play as Aloy, but you play as just some like random people and you go out and just kill big monsters and you upgrade your stuff by killing the monsters with their monster parts. So that would be really sick as well. That could get revealed at this State of Play too. Now, another announcement that was leaked from Bill B. Kuhn, God of War Ragnarok port for PC will be announced very soon. And this was posted on May 28th. So it would make sense. They just show off God of War Ragnarok, a complete edition, like, or whatever. I mean, there's not really DLC, but you know, they show it off for PC running at like 4K, 60 FPS. That would be absolutely great. So something like that would be pretty sweet. Not really a PlayStation announcement. That would be cool. Now, another thing that sort of leaked a while back was Until Dawn is getting a remake. Now, because Supermassive Games is no longer working with Sony, but Sony owns the Until Dawn IP. They want to revitalize Until Dawn, so they're actually remaking it. We have some leaked screenshots, and these were posted on February 19th, and it's going to be like the same game. I'm sure they're going to update some scenarios in it and make it, a little bit less janky, but yeah, Until Dawn Remake is coming. They did a re-release. It was like a PS5 patch of the PS4 version, but this is going to be a true from the ground up remake because Sony just wants to, make it so because they own the IP. They don't want to deal with super massive games anymore. Just completely silo it to themselves. Which, I mean, hey, I love Until Dawn. This could be a good move, but to be fair, this is a game I don't know I would personally remake now. It feels like a little bit too soon, but maybe I'll play it if it's a good price. Now, another game that we actually know is coming, and this is from the official PlayStation blog, and we did see this before, a little teaser trailer, which is Concord. Now, Concord is a sci-fi first-person multiplayer game that is coming to PS5 and PC in 2024. We have actually not seen any gameplay. We literally just know it's a space game. Like, this one little screenshot here essentially tells you, like, the theme of the game, and that's all we really know. So we don't really know what this game looks like in any way, shape, or form just from outside of these screenshots. Like, I don't think it's gonna be like a spaceship game, but there is like a sniper rifle, so that's pretty much like my indicator that it's probably gonna be, some sort of just shooting game, which they essentially confirm here as well. Now, what are some other games, especially from third parties, that we might see at tomorrow's event? Well, we do have confirmation that Resident Evil 0 and Resident Evil Code Veronica remakes are in the works at Capcom. Now, I remember a report that there is a big Capcom game that is coming in their FY24 year, which ends in March 2025. So there's still a bunch of games that can come out, but there was a big unannounced game that was supposed to come out for Capcom, and it could be Resident Evil, right? Resident Evil is a massive franchise, especially the remakes have been absolutely killer, also except for Resident Evil 3. That was the only remake I did not really enjoy, but seeing a Code Veronica remake would be massive. This is a game that is so important and vital to the Resident Evil storyline, and finally getting a remake would be huge. Resident Evil 0, not as important to the story, but it is getting a remake, and I'm excited to play 0 as well. I wonder which one we will see at this PlayStation event, if we see either of them. But I wouldn't be surprised if we actually, see one of these Resident Evil games, especially because like Resident Evil and PlayStation always have really tight marketing relationships. Now, this was actually announced earlier today. Well, not really announced, but teased that. Remedy Games, the creators of Alan Wake, put out this. They changed their name to Poison Pill Entertainment, and they have this image, Poison Pill Entertainment since 1995 Night Spring City, which is pretty much hinting at the Alan Wake 2 DLC, which we know is coming out this year, but we haven't heard any news on it. And I do think we're going to see the Alan Wake 2 DLC at the PlayStation event. And one last thing that isn't game related, but it is game related, I think is actually pretty important. Sony is certifying an adapter to allow the PSVR2 hardware to work on PCs. Now, this is actually pretty massive. I don't have a VR headset for PSVR2 because there hasn't been a lot of support, and I'm someone who has a really nice PC as well. So I would actually consider getting a PSVR2 for my PS5 if it works for PC. I've always been in that market, and if this is real, and it seems like it is, if they announce it at the State of Play tomorrow, I will lose my shit because I want to play, some of those banger PSVR2 games on PlayStation, but I also want to play Half-Life Alyx. And because Sony doesn't have their own store for VR on PC, I assume it would work with Steam, and this would be the best case scenario for someone like me. And I'm sure for like the 15 people who want to play VR still, this is going to be great news for you in general. Now, that was a lot of games we talked about, but some of the games that we might see that I did not talk about already, we might see some Spider-Man 2 DLC. I think it's time for some Spider-Man 2 DLC. I think we might see a little teaser for Death Stranding 2 as well. We know that game is a 2025 game, but I mean, hey, Kojima always blows the doors off of things, so that might be a thing that we could see. But let me know in the comment section below what you hope to see at this State of Play. I will say this, don't hope for the moon here. Don't like go too crazy. I don't think we're going to see anything from Naughty Dog, Sony Santa Monica. Besides Spider-Man 2 DLC, I don't think we'll see anything from Insomniac. Don't think we're going to see anything from Sucker Punch. So that's going to be like a lot of the first party big boys out of the way. But I still think we'll see a lot of great games that we've already talked about here today. Well, of course, guys, if you like this type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.